March 5th, 2019. And it's the evening, and I'm pretty out of it. I'm not doing haiku today. Why am I out of it? Because, unfortunately, I think I took too much medication. Then I tried to throw it up, but I don't know. So, we're trying to read, but we're not going to try and write anything. Obviously, I'm not a therapist, so trigger warning. There's a total disclosure on the very first couple of videos where I'm really far whacked out. February 22nd, I think it started. No, January 22nd. Wow, have I really been doing this for a couple of months now? That's kind of a long time for me, so yay, that makes me feel better. Okay. So I'm doing the emotional regulation module material. Copyright stuff is in that same January 22nd video things. So, in order to understand our emotions, emotions are a biological mechanism to induce us to take an action of some kind. So they're a prompt, like it from our hard drive. So changing our emotional responses changes our prompt, and so that will often change the behavioral output of the mechanism. That's us, biological organism. So for an overview for changing emotional, so I'm just going to read material. Overview for changing emotional responses. There's 3 boxes. The first box is check the facts. The other next is opposite action, and the third is problem solving. In the check the facts box, there's check out whether your emotional reactions fit the facts of the situation. Like, are you even being rational? Are you reacting to what's really going on, or are you reacting to a tape in your head? Are you know? And the other one in check the facts is changing your beliefs. These are the skills that we'll get, I see. And the other skill is changing your beliefs and assumptions to fit the facts can help you change your emotional reactions to situations. So as we go through this part of the module, those are the 2 check the facts skills we'll be working on. In the opposite action segment, it says when the skills is just 1, when your emotions do not fit the facts, or when acting on your emotions is not effective. Acting opposite, all the way opposite, will change your emotional reactions. And so then what you're doing is you're doing the opposite. Instead of changing your emotional response and then using that to change your behavior, you're going to change your behavior like 180, and that will have an effect on your biological mechanism, your levels, your chemical levels, and change your emotion. And problem solving, which the skill is going to be when the facts themselves are the problem, solving the problem will reduce the frequency of negative emotions. So obviously if you don't have an issue going on, you're not hopefully going to have as much emotions about the issue. Gosh, there's something on my screen. And then, okay, check the facts. So 2 boxes. The top one says facts, the next one says how to check the facts. And then behind that, we'll have a chart. So in the facts box, it says many emotions and actions are set off by our thoughts and interpretations of events, not by the events themselves. So you have the event, which leads to the thoughts, which leads to the emotions. Our emotions can also have a big effect on our thoughts about events, where you can have the event, which leads to the emotion, which leads to the thought. So the event can lead to either thoughts or emotions, which then leads to the next thing. Examining our thoughts and checking the facts can help us change our emotions. So, how to check the facts? 1. Ask, what is the emotion I want to change? So, you're checking your facts with yourself. You're checking in with yourself first. Before you can even check any external facts, you have to check in with yourself and see what your deal is. And, like, what facts are you going to check and why? So, first ask yourself, what is the emotion that you want to change? See emotion regulation handout number 6, ways of describing emotions. Oh, that's those lists. Those are cool. 2, ask what is the event prompting the emotion. So then you describe the facts that you observed through your senses. Challenge your judgments, absolutes, and black and white descriptions. Then it tells you to see a mindfulness handout. Ooh, see, this is after the stuff got redone from the first few times that I went through group. This one I didn't go to group anymore after this, I guess. 3, ask, what are my interpretations, thoughts, and assumptions about the event? Think of other possible interpretations. So it could be a lot of different ways of looking at a situation. Practice looking at all sides of a situation and all points of view. Test your interpretations and assumptions to see if they fit the facts. Ask, am I assuming a threat? And then you label the threat. Assess the probability that the threatening event will really occur. Think of as many other possible outcomes as you can. And for both of those, I would say, yes, but don't overthink stuff too, because otherwise you crush your instinct. 5, ask, what's the catastrophe? Imagine the catastrophe really occurring. Imagine coping well with a catastrophe through problem solving, coping ahead, or radical acceptance. 6, ask, does my emotion and or its intensity fit the actual facts? Check out facts that fit each emotion. Ask wise mind. See emotion regulation handout 11, figuring out opposite action and emotion regulation handout 13. Monominous. And blah, blah, blah. So don't ask me how I ended up with that. Like, see, I'm saying too much medication because there's a whole stack of paper before we get to that thing back. Wow, I've read for 8 minutes. That's not good. Mine was out there being a pain in the butt. I'll end up with a ticket out of this. Emotions, examples of emotions that fit the facts. If you're feeling fear, some examples that might make fear fit the facts is 1, there's a threat to your life or that of someone you care about. 2, there's a threat to your health or that of someone you care about. 3, there is a threat to your well-being or that of someone you care about. Or if you're experiencing anger, then some examples of emotions that fit the facts. I do not know if I'm reading this right or not. 1, an important goal is blocked or a desired activity is interrupted or prevented. 2, you or someone you care about is attacked or hurt by others. 3, you or someone you care about is insulted or threatened by others. 4, the integrity or status of your social group is offended or threatened. And if you're feeling disgust, some valid examples of emotions that fit the facts is, or reasons for, some valid facts that might fit feeling disgust. There you go. So if you're feeling disgusted, it might be valid if it's because of, 1, something you're in contact with could poison or contaminate you. 2, somebody whom you deeply dislike is touching you or someone you care about. 3, you're around a person or group whose behavior or thinking could seriously damage or harmfully influence you or the group you are part of. If you're feeling envy, it might be valid if another person or group gets or has things you don't have that you want or need. If you're feeling jealousy, it might be valid if it's because a very important and desired relationship or object in your life is in danger of being damaged or lost, or if someone is threatening to take a valued relationship or object away from you. If you're feeling love, it might be valid if the reason is because 1. Loving a person, animal, or object is because 1. Loving a person, animal, or object enhances quality of life for you or for those you care about. 2. Quality of life for you or for those you care about. 2. Loving a person, animal, or object increases your chances of attaining your own personal goals. Sometimes this material creeps me out. I'm not sure that's what I think love is about. Alright, if you're feeling sadness, it might be valid if the reason is because 1. You've lost something or someone permanently, or 2. Things are not the way you wanted or expected or hoped them to be. If you're feeling shame, it might be valid if the reason is because you will be rejected by a person or group you care about if characteristics of yourself or of your behavior are made public. And if you're feeling guilt, your own behavior, it might be valid if the reason is because your own behavior violates your own values or moral code. And so the intensity and duration of emotions are justified by 1. How likely it is that the expected outcomes will occur. 2. How great and or important the outcomes are. Or 3. How effective the emotion is in your life right now. Dang. I don't want to screw this up because it's opposite action and problem solving and deciding which to use, and it's a flow chart. And opposite action is a really critical skill. So I don't want to read that when I've over medicated. Because why? Because I don't want to screw up the material. And yet, I don't want to make a cheesy 13-minute video either. And I can't write any haiku. Oh, you know what? Let's look at healing tonics. That might be kind of cool. 101 herbal concoctions to increase energy, boost immunity, enhance memory, ease digestion, and support daily health and wellness by Janine Pollock. And if she got upset, and she can write YouTube or email them and they'll take this video off, because I have no idea if I have this. It's just for education, self-education. And it's not new material, so I don't have to decide the ethics of should I say this or not, because everybody knows this kind of stuff nowadays. So here's one called Stamina City Herbal Tea. This hearty blend tastes great and is excellent for promoting general energy as well as fortifying the adrenals, blood, and metabolism. Overworked, stressed out types, this is for you. Well, there you go. Probably anybody would be overworked and stressed out for the most part. I'm not overworked, I stress myself out apparently. Not totally. Obviously, there's a lot of stressful things going on. Alright, 1 part, but other people don't stress about the same things that I stress about. That's what I'm saying. 1 part dandelion root, 1 part sarsaparilla root, 1 part Siberian ginseng root, 1 part cooked 1/2 part cooked, and I'm still going like because I don't know what this is. Ramanja root, I don't know what that is. 1/8 part cinnamon chips and 1/8 part licorice root. In a large pot, bring 1 quart water to a boil, and I'm just going to say, this doesn't say it, but you need, well, it probably does at the beginning. You need distilled water. In a bowl, mix together all ingredients. Add ½ cup of the mixture to the boiling water. Reduce heat and simmer covered for 15 minutes. Remove from heat and steep 15 minutes. Strain. Drink 1 to 3 cups per day as needed. Wow. I'd take a little stamina just to drink the tea. The other one says, Sassy Root Revival. This is a strong, rooty, tooty, flavorful, hearty blend that nourishes the liver, adrenals, and blood. It's a particularly great tea for the autumn and winter months. So, 1 part sarsaparilla root, 1 part Siberian ginseng root, 1 part Panax ginseng root, 1 part yellow dock root. Yep, all those are ones. 1/4 part freshly grated ginger root, 1/8 part cinnamon chips, 1/8 part licorice root, 1/8 part sliced organic oranges. In a large pot, bring 1 quart water to a boil. In a bowl, mix together all the ingredients except the orange slices. Add a ½ cup of the mixture to the boiling water. Reduce heat to low and simmer covered for at least 1 hour. Remove from heat, add oranges, steep 10 to 15 minutes. Strain. Drink 1 to 3 cups per day as needed. And there. Now there's 1 badly read partial DBT emotional regulation and 2 badly read healing tonic.